Coming up next on the Jeff Crilley Show, you're going to meet the co-founders of a unique incubator here in North Texas. They've created an ecosystem for technology startups. Their incredible journey just ahead.
Many are predicting that the worst is yet to come, which is unfortunate, said one person here. Until now, they've enjoyed the reputation of being the nation's icebox.
Watched a burglar in his home this morning by webcam.
As a journalist of over 25 years, stories are what make my world turn.
Reporting live from the Dallas newsroom tonight, Jeff Crilley, Fox 4 News.
But in 2008, I took the jump from my familiar life and started a PR firm from my home.
We're talking about anyone with a camcorder like the one I'm using becomes a television network.
We started slowly growing the company, and we now have over 100 clients, and we've branched into the world of live digital broadcasting. I now own 8 different TV studios and have a huge team, and the stories that I now get to share are sometimes the most important of my life. Life has a funny way of coming around full circle. This is the Jeff Crilley Show. Well, thanks to super entrepreneurs like Mark Zuckerberg and Mark Cuban, it has become very fashionable to start up a tech company. But there's a million ways you can go out of business. And to avoid those pitfalls, you want to partner with a group like Hexa. They're my next guests. Maan and Weeda Hamdan. They are with Hexa. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you so much for having us.
Absolutely. All right, Maan, let's start with you. What is Hexa?
Well, Hexa is an ecosystem that was built to support the ideation and the creation, the innovation of technology companies, and then support them through their life until they reach a very successful exit.
And a lot of people, they watch the Mark Cuban story and they say, well, I can do that too. I'll read a couple of books. And I mean, there are a lot of pitfalls, right?
That is correct. And, there are models similar to ours. They call them venture studios in the investment environment. And venture studios attempt to do what we do at Hexa, except they do it with few individuals that are employed by the firm. Hexa is an ecosystem that encompasses today over 20 different companies that all operate as social businesses with one single aim to support entrepreneurs in order to make them successful.
And Weeda, let's bring you into this. You're super creative, and the space that you guys have created is just absolutely beautiful.
Thank
Do you
you.
want to talk about that?
Yes, sure. So we wanted to create a place where it felt home away from home, where entrepreneurs can feel comfortable and it's a stress-free environment in such a way that we embedded a lot of artistic philosophy into this space. And you can tell when you walk in, it's very feng shui. It has the elements of wood and air, which is light. And then we created a lot of natural environments, which are outdoor living space as well.
Yeah, staying with you, I want to pull the video up so you can kind of narrate what we're looking at. The campus is in Richardson, is that right?
Correct.
And what are we looking at here?
So yes, this is a fantastic, on the very rooftop it's all eco-friendly and solar panels that power the whole building.
Wow. And when you say feng shui, you even have a pond.
Absolutely. And then you can see those amazing comfortable chairs and the trees, the shaded areas. You can be outdoors as well. And then this is here a common desk where people can rent dedicated spaces, and they can leave their stuff in the lockers here. It's a huddle space where people can just get out of their offices and meet in small places, conference rooms as well, state-of-the-art technology. Phone booths for you to just take your phone call and be on a rocking chair. Again, we brought in the aquarium, and it's transparent to both spaces, the break room or the cafe. And this opens up all the way to the outdoors. Here's a gym. We're bringing in healthy lifestyle. So you don't have to be sitting all the time when you're working, but you can work out. And we have an amazing event center to bring in professionals from across disciplines to share with the whole community and more.
Absolutely. Maan, we were talking right before the show, and you have a favorite story of a startup you helped. Will you share that with us?
Sure. One of the first startups that we helped accelerate, and we helped them in many ways. We helped them build their product. We invested in them. We sat on their advisory boards. So they're a case study for what Hexa could do. And that company, within 2 years of its starting, and before it arrived at 1 million in annual recurring revenue, they were able to exit at $75 million.
Oh my goodness.
And they're one of 4 exits that we have experienced at Hexa in the last 4 years since we started.
Wow, that's incredible. And coming back to you, Weeda, you are a fantastic artist. And
Thank you.
I was on your Facebook page, and we're going to pull up your Facebook page to just show some of the pictures. Tell us what we're looking at.
Sure. So this painting is about flow. I had a workshop done with doctors who reached out to us because they have been stressed out after COVID, and they said, how can you allow us to let go and get into flow and relaxation? So we created an event for them, and I learned a lot from that because they were really, really struggling, and the stress level was so high they couldn't let go. They couldn't let go and become children again. So this, for me, it was a repercussion of what happened, and I went back into my studio and I just wanted things to go in flow, and I just started pouring the paint that they didn't use as for pouring. I just poured it into each other and created that flow. This is my studio and my sanctuary. I spend most of my days there, and here I have a school, Archgate Montessori. They bring their students to artists, and so that they can spend the day with the artists, learn techniques, and see our struggles, because a lot of children sadly think that they have to be perfect when they are painting. The piece has to hang in a museum because that's what they've seen. They haven't really seen the process and the struggles and how beautiful that struggle is, because that is the art itself, not necessarily the final product. So here I talk to children a lot about not seeking perfection, not seeking excellence, but going through the journey of exploring, expressing. It doesn't have to look like anything, but letting the feelings flow. So this is what we did. Yeah, here I was at the art fair, and this is my beautiful family and friends. I had an exhibit there, and wonderful friends as well, and supporters attending the exhibit. Okay, this was with the UNDP. This is focusing on immigrants, and those sculptures in the back were stories of immigrants for us to really look at why people leave. I'm an immigrant and I have a story to tell, and it was really focusing on why people are forced to leave their homes. I interviewed immigrants and used my friends and families to sculpt those bodies, and the little plaque on the side is stories about those immigrants. And the art was done. It took a year for me to get to this white and ghostly feeling, but really I just wanted to focus on their story and to create more empathy towards them. This is a solo show I had at the Eisman. That's my beautiful daughter pointing at the work. And this is called Reflections, the exhibit. And I've been painting the spot behind our house for over 13 years. And it's about reflections, are really a reflection about my life as a human being, as an artist. So it's double take on that because the reflection of the water, but ultimately I'm the winner here because I get to learn so much about myself and what is there to unveil. This is my mom and a wonderful Patricia Deers. She's a master harpist, and she's always volunteering and at our events to play harp and enchant everyone.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, this is a wonderful friend of ours. He bought a painting. This is a funny story because this painting, when I painted it, everybody was like, who would buy that painting? There's so much pain in it. But this is what art is. It's about expressing what you go through life. And Dr. Warren and I share a story about our fathers. He loved his father. His father passed away. And I love my father, and he has a great life, thankfully. And he purchased that painting to hang in his clinic. And these are my 2 daughters and, of course, my hubby. Okay, this is again my beautiful inspirations here. Children are the spark for creativity. They have no hindrance. Society has not imposed on them what's right, what's not right. So they are free spirits. And I learned, so I homeschooled my daughters, and we spend so much time in the studio. And I've learned so much from them because just letting painting and working without inhibitions and like nobody is watching. And that's what children do.
Wow. Well, I want to bring Maan back into this because it appears to me that you are just a power couple. I mean,
Thank you.
I think you have a yin and yang about you. Why don't we start with Maan? Maan, what is it that Weeda brings to the equation that's so important?
Oh boy. For one, I couldn't have done anything in my life without Weeda. She's been not only supportive spiritually and mentally and in my life in general, but she has helped in every company we created and with Hexa, for example, she had a significant hand in making Hexa the success it is. She worked with the architect. In fact, she designed the building pretty much with the architect. She picked everything there. The whole feeling of what people experienced there was designed by her. She helped us globally expand in marketing. She's a marketing guru. So everything marketing in our businesses and our companies, she has helped us with. And this doesn't get into the other beautiful ideas that we get sometimes sitting having breakfast or swimming in the pool, and then she comes up with these ideas that spark huge innovation. So very, very blessed.
Outstanding. Okay, Weeda, I'm going to ask you
Thank you.
the same question about Maan. What does he bring to the equation?
Yes, this is really great because other than hanging my paintings, I'm kidding.
Upside down.
Upside down. No, so back in our education system, when I wanted to be an artist or I started as a graphic artist and then I got my master's in painting. They didn't teach business. So how can you be a graphic artist and a painter when you really there's an audience you have to cater to, right? And there's a know-how, business know-how. When I had my company early on, I really had to figure things out, and I made a lot of mistakes. When I met Maan, I mean, he has so much knowledge and wisdom and creativity in problem solving and finding creative ways to become partners. He really shines a bright light on that area that I didn't have at all. I've learned so much from him. I continue to learn whenever there's an issue or I cannot figure out how to create partnership. He's the one to go to, and I connect him with as many people as possible because he is really, like he said, he's a guru in that field. So I'm blessed to have him by my side as well.
Outstanding. Okay, Maan, we're almost out of time, so we're going to give you the final word. If somebody is watching this and they say, man, I think I found my incubator, they can get a free tour of the campus?
Anytime. In fact, like I mentioned, the whole ecosystem was designed to be a social business, which meant that most of our services are passed on to the entrepreneurs at very low cost, almost no margin. And although we started doing what we're doing in North Texas for North Texas, what happened is because technology companies are global in nature. We're today in 12 countries. We have 4 locations like this Richardson location globally, and we're currently helping innovators from overseas expand their business into the United States and bring them here, making this country the home for their innovations and enriching our country, while at the same time helping educate and employ people overseas so they don't end up on Weeda's paintings or for immigrants that die coming here.
Yes.
We would like them to get prosper in their own countries, and we're helping with that. So we're very proud of what we've done. It's unique. It's very hard to explain in a few minutes. So we welcome anybody to come visit, and we'll show them around and we'll let them know, and hopefully we'll see you there soon, Jeff.
Absolutely. We're going to end with both your websites. We're going to start with hexatx.com, and then Weeda, if you're interested in her artwork, it's weeda.art. Thank you both for coming on the show.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
That's it for now. We'll see you next time.
Yeah.